Hello, Shot16 back with yet another video. This is just a quick one to focus mainly on two things, as you can probably tell from the title above. The first thing is a big thank you to Adam, aka Interghost. I'm sure you all know who Interghost is, but if not, I shall leave a link in the description bar below so you can all go and check out his channel. And the reason why I'm thanking Interghost is because in his latest trades video he had a few Game Boy Colors going up for trade. He had a yellow one, a purple one and a see-through one, and the one that really took my fancy was the see-through one, but when I PM'd him, unfortunately that was already gone, so thought no matter, I'll go for the purple one instead, which thankfully he did still have, so I sent him the monies across. If you could just send me your monies and bank account details please. Yeah, so yeah, sent in the monies across, and in return he sent me the item on which I asked for. And here is that Game Boy. Oh, look at that, look, you can see me in it, like an infinite mirror that just goes on and on and on and on. Ooh. Yeah, anyway, Game Boy Color, it's all working and stuff. As you can hear. I don't know if you can actually see the screen, but yeah, it's not in colour because I'm using an original Game Boy game. I've never really had the need to buy a Game Boy Color game because I've never had a Game Boy Color until now. Ooh, some groovy little Nintendo music there. We'll switch that off. Oh, I don't know if you can see that, it does have a little dint in it, but it's not crucial. When you're playing on it you can't even see it, you don't notice it, so it's no biggie. Plus Adam already pointed this out in his video before I even made the trade, so if I've got a problem with it, that's my own fault really, isn't it? So yeah, thanks for that, Adam. But that's not all, folks, because I did say that I originally wanted the see-through Game Boy, but it was unavailable. But after a few PMs, Adam got back to me with an email and he said that the guy that he originally offered the see-through Game Boy Color to was not responding to any of his emails, and that if I still wanted it, that he would do me a nice little bundle of both Game Boys for a nice little price. And a nice little price it was, so I literally just snatched his hand off for it. So yeah, here is the see-through one that I originally wanted. Just turn this on again to show that it's all working. Bling! Again, not in colour because I'm using an original Game Boy game. I don't even know if you can see that screen. I don't think you can you? So yeah, anyway, we'll turn it off. It's all in working order. This is in neon perfect condition. I mean, it does have a few surface scratches, but not really noticeable. For how old these are, you can't really go wrong. So yeah, two Game Boy Colors from Interghost. Thank you very much for them, mate. These are brilliant. Great addition to my collection, so thank you very much for that. Okay, we'll move on to the second part of the title, which is The Saturn Has Landed. I was on here a few days back talking to X-Files 2708. I'm sure you all know who he is as well, but if not, I will drop a link in the description bar so you can go check out his channel. He's a great guy, got a great channel going. But yeah, basically we were talking about our collections and he asked me if I had any goals, and I said not really, I just collect bits here and there, things from my childhood. But there are two things that I would like to get a complete collection for, two consoles I'd like a complete collection for. The first is the Super Nintendo, but looking that up online, there's about 500 and something games for the Super Nintendo, and at the moment I just think that's a bit far out of my reach of ever getting a full Super Nintendo collection. Don't know, maybe in the future I might go for it, but at the minute that's a bit far out of my reach. So the second console that I really wanted a full collection was the Sega Saturn. Now the Sega Saturn I think is a very underrated console because it was one of those that came out and then it was killed off by the PlayStation not long after its launch. But I think it's still a great system and I would like to collect the games, so I did a bit of research. There's 240 games, PAL games in the collection to collect. So yeah, I think I'm going to go for it. But I did get some advice off Marcus, X-Files 2708 first. He told me to watch out for the game cases. There's quite a few problems with them. It's very hard to get any that are in decent condition. So I picked a few up first before I went ahead with starting this collection, and yeah, so I picked up this one, just Virtual Fighter. It was a cheap game, and instantly I knew what I mean. Because these are cardboard like cases, they do tend to wear out here on the spine with all the folding. The manuals are not they're not secured in. As soon as you open them, they just fall out. And another thing is, whoever designed these cases just needs shooting, really. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but this is where your CD goes, of course. But look, it's like raised, and when you put the disc on it, it's like kind of away from there. So they just fall off. They're not very secure at all. But luckily enough, the discs that I've picked up aren't that bad. So yeah, anyway, I thought I'd start this collection. 240 games to collect in total. I am going through the full PAL collection. So yeah, I picked myself up a Sega Saturn. It arrived one day last week. It is boxed with all the manuals and the guarantees and everything like that. A few controllers and everything like that. Basically everything that's in it. The only thing that that's wrong with it is the box is a bit damaged, but I could pick up another Sega Saturn box later on in the future. So yeah, I will show you that at the end. Actually, at the end of the video, I'll show you the Sega Saturn that I brought. It's in mint condition apart from the box. So yeah, when I brought that Sega Saturn, it did come with a few games. It came with four games, plus the Virtua Fighter one that I already brought beforehand to check out the quality of the cases. So yeah, the ones that I've got are Baku Baku, or Baku Baku, I don't know how you really pronounce that. This is kind of like a puzzle game. Actually, this is the one I spent the most time on when I was just testing out the Sega Saturn, so yeah, that's quite a good game. Battle Arena Toshinden. Pretty basic fighting game. Bit more advanced than Virtua Fighter, but still not the greatest game, but whatever. Shell Shock and Independence Day the movie. You've probably seen reviews on this. This isn't a great game at all, but yeah, I did have a blast on it. I couldn't get past the first level, and after that I just kind of got pissed off and turned it off. But so yeah, the reviews are right. It is a really shitty game, but it is one towards my collection. So there's 5 titles already towards the 240. I know I'm still a long way off, but it's a start. 5 titles. Then I was on eBay and I picked up another title for just £1. I think it was £1.60 with postage, and that was FIFA 96. I'm not really big on sports titles, but like I said, I've got 240 to collect, and this is another title for it. So as long as they sell them off cheap, I don't mind buying the sports titles. So yeah, even though the Sega Saturn game cases aren't always in the best condition, I'm not really too bothered about it. I'm not really that anal about perfect cases. As long as they look presentable and you don't open them up and not falling apart, then I don't really care about the cases. I mean, as long as they're not being drawn all over and they've not got things hanging off them and rips and tears in them and stuff like that, then I'm not really too bothered. As long as I can put them on the shelf and you can see it, got a nice picture on it and stuff, yeah, I'm not really bothered. Yeah, the only 2 rules that I do have for this full collection is that it must be a complete game with the manual and the disc condition. Obviously, it's got to work, and I don't want one with loads of scratches on it. So yeah, they're my 2 rules: complete game with the manual and good disc condition. And I must say that all the ones that I've got so far all have the manuals with them, and the discs on them are near on perfect. And actually, you wouldn't believe the quality of some of these discs. I've had Xbox 360 games and PlayStation 2 games that have been in worse condition with these. So for games as old as these ones are, yeah, I really have no complaints with them. And that's it basically. That is my new mission: 240 PAL Sega Saturn games to collect. There's 5 of them. Was that 5? 2, 3, yeah. That's 6 of them. Ooh, better than I thought. So yeah, that's 6 titles already crossed off the list, and a shitload more to go. So with that, I will say bye bye for now, and now I will show you the Sega Saturn, which I brought. Bye bye. So here we are, guys. This is the Sega Saturn itself. This is the box. I did say there was some damage to it, as you can see there at the top. It is missing its top flap. That's not something that bothers me too much. I mean, I can always pick up another Sega Saturn box in the near future. So yeah, I'm not gonna lose any sleep over that. It's all about the console inside anyway, which is absolutely mint. There is not a scratch, not a mark on this, I must tell you. It's like it's just shelf fresh. I don't think it's ever been used. It don't look like it's ever been used anyway. I mean, you normally have like some little telltale signs of wear and use, but this has just got nothing on it at all. For the price I paid, this is in mint condition. As you can see, it comes with the controllers, all the cables and that are there, all that shit, yeah. Nothing's missing. I actually got an extra controller thrown in, so that was a little bit of a bonus there. The control pads as well, even the control pads don't really show any sign of wear, so yeah, I think I've got like a really good console here. This did come with the Sega Saturn manual, the original Sega Saturn manual. A few folds in the cover, but apart from that, this is in bob-on condition. And this also came with another little booklet. I think this is your guarantee in that. This don't look like it's even left the box. So yeah, on the whole, let me just zoom out here so we get it all in. That is my Sega Saturn to start my complete Sega Saturn PAL game collection on.